Hey, Reg, you shave your balls?
I do shave my balls.
What product do you use?
I use Manscaped, especially the Lawnmower Trimmer 4.0.
Wow, I need to check that out.
I think you should. And with our code, Rapping Order 20, you can get 20% off.
Wow, Reg, thanks for that. My girl's gonna be so happy.
Smooth as eggs.
Welcome to Late Breakfast. I'm Taurian B.
I'm First Class Regg.
Welcome back, guys. Kadeem, welcome back.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, it's been a minute, bro.
It's been a minute.
man.
Had
It's
to
a
get
good
my
color
shit
on
together,
you.
cut my hair. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know
saying?
you got
Looking a little clean.
you got some new jewels on. You got on the color pink and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Pandemic was treating a nigga right. You know what I'm saying?
All
You
right,
know?
cool. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that you're good and that you survived the pandemic. This week, what we are going to talk about is something that's like been in the news headlines. Lil Nas X is one of the biggest stars in music right now, but no genre wants to accept him. When he first came out, Old Town Road was a huge hit success, right? And it couldn't get on the country music wouldn't let it on the charts.
Yeah.
And this is before he came out as homosexual. It was just because he was a black artist from the hip hop genre, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then the country music then he gets Billy Ray Cyrus on the remix. He's allowed in. It's all right. It's okay. He starts wearing cowboy outfits and everything, right?
Yeah.
Then, he makes a couple more songs. He puts out the EP. He signs with I believe he signed with hip hop since 1970 whatever. Well, no,
For
he signed with
management?
he signed with G
Columbia.
Robeson. No, I'm talking management. G
Okay.
Robeson's his manager. Not so hip hop is not a part. It's just G Robeson.
Okay.
Right. So he signs with G Robeson. Then eventually he confirms that he's gay, and he comes out as gay. Right. So then everybody's like, oh, he's a pop artist.
Right.
But he's a hip hop artist. He's in the hip hop genre, and obviously because he is a man that likes the same sex. I feel like I'm not gonna say I feel like it pretty much looks like he's not accepted anywhere.
I guess that's the stigma of hip hop.
I don't know. No, I don't even think it's just confined to all right. So the main topic, the question is why isn't he accepting the hip hop?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like no genre wants him, except for pop music.
Yeah.
Only pop music will take him, and pop music really isn't a sound.
It's not?
No, pop music.
Nah.
Pop music is like popular
pop-
music,
Yeah,
right?
popular
That's what I
music.
guess.
So
Yeah, pop
is-
music,
and
popular music.
right now is
yeah.
hip hop.
Yeah, I get that. I think it raises a lot of different questions from what you said. I think for me, Lil Nas X is hard. Okay, first we have to revisit how we compartmentalize these artists, and we have to visit how we talk about genres in general, because there's a lot of artists that get labeled as rappers that aren't rappers. Like, people call Don Toliver a rapper. Don Toliver is not a rapper.
Absolutely.
Good
point.
So there's like a lot of different things that like we just need to revisit. I think Lil Nas X, what he's doing is really, really, really brilliant, because it's having them rethink how they put these artists in a box, because you can't really do that with him. He makes popular music, and he's really popular on Twitter, social media. Like, that's like been his bread and butter. I think what confuses a lot of his audience is the fact that no two songs are alike. So it's kind of hard.
Have a sound.
Exactly. So it's kind of hard to figure out the type of vibe that he's gonna give you, but it's still good music. I think sometimes we just gotta rethink. We gotta rethink how we think about these genres, and it just needs to be rewritten.
I can't
all
wait.
around.
I can't wait till that happens. If you look at other genres of music, if you look at rock and roll, right? There's over 20 different subgenres of rock and roll. Like they have soft rock, they have alternative rock, they have grunge, they have death metal, right?
I think hip hop is one of the most stubborn genres.
It is.
in music.
I'll give it grace because it's fairly young. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta think hip hop
It's not
just
even
turned
50.
it's not 50 yet. Hip-hop's not
It's
50.
young. It's young, but I feel like we've been around and we have enough control of it that we can do what we want with it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But for how we look at Lil Nas X, I just feel like that's us not just being open to something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't open to whatever. People wasn't open to Young Thug. when he first came out. Some people, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
you're 100% right.
Like Young Thug was a different sound. Everybody, anything that was a different sound, it took until the youth and it got trendy and then it got popular and then it's like, okay, we accept it.
Yeah, now
We accept it. Now
we
you
still don't know where we gonna
here's a
put
seat
it.
at the table for you.
Yeah,
we don't know what it is, but you popping. Here's a seat at the table. All the major players want to rock with you now because you popping.
and then we kind of just
Because you knew you the hottest thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, people wasn't sure. They was just like, wait a second, he's a thug, but he wears dresses, but he carry a gun, but he's well respected.
So like with Lil Nas X, it's like his music is crazy. One thing you can't deny him is whether it's him writing it or him not writing it. The music is amazing. Like it's not. I can't even say it's fire. Fire is like me saying, a trap song is fire. His shit, it really is different level. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I feel like we hold his sexual preference to him.
You wanna know what I think about when I think about Lil Nas X? I think about Luther Vandross, and I know some people might be like, "What?"
Nah, they explained it though. That's
I've
never heard that explained.
All right, so Luther Vandross was a gay man,
right.
So Luther Vandross came out. He started out his career as a backup singer. So he had like time to be developed and groomed in the music industry. He was a backup singer for David Bowie. David Bowie loved Luther Vandross. They were like very good friends. Gave him his start. David Bowie was a very free artist. So think about it. You had you started as a backup singer, right? And you're a gay man. And David Bowie, who is like a gay icon, right, is a person that like grooms you and helps you become like another musical icon, right? In your own genre. But then because you're a black man, Luther Vandross knew that he couldn't come out and be as free as David Bowie was. Like David Bowie had the freedom to like explore shit and never fully address it. David Bowie kind of he never like said like, I'm a gay man, I'm a straight man. Like he just did what he wanted to do. Like there were stories and rumors about him sleeping with men. Right. There was rumors and stories about him having trysts with women. Nobody kind of like questioned any of that shit.
Right.
Like he just did what he did.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is just that like Luther Vandross, right, was very much entrenched in like coming up in the music industry and wasn't allowed that freedom.
Right.
To be who he was till the day he died.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Luther Vandross had a partner and someone that he loved very much, but he couldn't even say, yo, I wrote this song about this man that I'm in love with.
Right.
So I think that it's very telling that in today's age, right, Lil Nas X comes out and says, I'm a gay man. And even though Luther Vandross wasn't in hip hop, he was still in like R&B and soul.
I think
that's a black genre. So what I'm just saying is it's unfortunate that he can't live his truth about who he loves. And obviously some people will be like, it shouldn't be allowed, this and that, but it's like, it's here. Like, we can't do nothing about it.
Nah, it's here, but I think for me, my reserves about it is just that like the extremes that he goes through. Right? I know everybody's like, oh, what about his impressions on the kids and this, that, and the third? Yeah. I think it's like just for you being like one of the first openly gay rappers in hip hop, like that's famous, like on a big scale. I think for me, it just needs to be spoon fed. Like I don't have a problem with you and your sexual preference, but tongue kissing somebody on the BET Awards was much for me. Like I get it. It's just like I just need to give it to me in doses.
A lot can be said about that. I think, and sorry to cut you off. A lot can be said about that though, because you on the opposite end of that, you could look at Britney and Madonna.
Right, that's fair. That's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
Which is what he was kind of,
and that caused outrage too.
Yeah, that caused outrage as well back then, and that was back then.
Right,
two white women kissing.
Right.
And then him.
And then I'm sorry to cut you off. Right, and then remember. 10 years, so like that happened in 99 to 2000, right?
Early 2000s.
Then 10 years before that, parents were upset because Madonna was humping the ground in a wedding dress for like a virgin. So yeah, like I mean, it's not that like people don't get mad about heterosexual shit either. Like I think that's something that we forget about.
Yeah,
people think that parents don't get mad. Like parents just don't want sexual shit on TV. Period.
Yeah, but I think we hypocrites with that. We want what we want and we want what we don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a problem with Lil Nas X being who he is and like as the I don't know if he is the first openly gay rapper, so I'm gonna say as one of the first openly gay rappers, yeah, do that. He probably was like, I'm about to, this about to be my moment. I'm about to kiss this nigga on stage.
Yeah, I think he's the biggest. I think he's the biggest gay rapper. There's been homosexual rappers.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, for him that was a fire moment. For me, it's kind of like how parents was when girls start when females start doing female shit. Like now it's accepted, right? And I guess for men it's always been accepted, but like openly,
not all men.
Not like openly it's accepted. Now it's like we see two females kissing or doing anything, we like, yeah, keep doing that shit.
Yeah.
But we so used to it now. It's so custom. It's so embedded in our minds. Now it's like, all right, this is the time we in now. The world is more free. The world is more open. Niggas have more choice. So it's like, I think niggas should not judge him based off his preference or his looks. It's just the music. And some of his music is, I think Lil Nas X gonna be around longer than some of the rappers. That's how.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think he already kind of proved his longevity with how long he stuck around now, because people labeled him as a one-hit wonder, you know, with Old Town Road. And then not only did he, you know, come out after that with the EP, now he has a whole album
What's
out
the
that's
shit,
doing
Montero?
Really good.
That's the name of the shit,
Montero.
Montero. My daughter sings that shit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Montero's
yo, you gotta chill, cause
it's named after his.
yeah, that's
it's named after his first name.
Nah,
It's
he got good music, bro.
Just think about this, right? Like he had the #1 album in the country for a week. He's had like his two singles that what are the name of the two songs? Industry Baby
with Jack Harlow.
Yeah, with
that
Jack
was
Harlow,
fire.
Right?
That was fire.
That was a hit.
That was like co-produced by
song,
Kanye.
That song is fire.
That song did really well. And then if you go back, Old Town Road pretty much broke every record that you could think of. Like it stayed on the charts for like weeks at a time. It was on multiple charts. It was on hip hop charts, country music charts, and pop charts.
And that's some shit he did before he was signed.
His whole
that
career,
was a SoundCloud joint.
His whole career so far has been going against the grain.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of like what Kadeem said with the spoon feeding thing, I think he's such a product of the internet that he just kind of goes against what the norm is.
You can't be spoon-fed with the internet.
You can't be spoon-fed with the exactly.
Right, I get
That's
it.
exactly what I was saying. So like, I think he takes that approach a lot to that shit, and he's a master at this internet shit.
He says that the trolls and everything,
the trolling, the way he reacts, the way he responds, everything is so A1.
But to even feed on to like add on to your point, Lil Nas X is one of the. He has a good head on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Mostly every rapper we seen that has come up in the internet era has been like a street nigga or just a product of something where they just not together. He ain't have the best home, but he has a good head on his shoulders. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and him and his pops have like a pretty good relationship.
Right.
From what I see.
He wasn't a street nigga. So like he's probably one of the most put together niggas that has come up in the internet era. So him knowing how to use the internet, he learned that. He came up in that.
He been trolling the shit out of Boosie ever since he like everything that Boosie got to say about him. He comes out and does it, and even when Boosie goes on his interviews on Vlad and talks about it, Boosie be like, "Yeah, he trolling now, shawty. He trolling.
Yeah,
he got me.
Yeah, now he knows.
Cause he knows.
It's just one of those things where, and then like and then Lil Nas X respectfully said, like, I respect Boosie, but like I don't think I would ever want to work with him. He's just not who I would want to work with. Like, and it's like he's like disarming Boosie because Boosie or someone would think that Lil Nas X would make like a joke like, oh, maybe Boosie likes me, maybe say something like that, say something spicy, right?
And now,
he's like, yo, I respect Boosie, but I don't think I will. Like, he's not a person that I want to work with, but he's a goat in his own right.
And then just from him saying that, he's made Boosie like a homophobic meme.
Yeah,
it's
basically
crazy.
Like the internet has made Boosie this like person that's homophobic and like the meme for it,
but
like the face of it.
But in Boosie's defense, it's kind of like our parents' generation versus our generation. We have different beliefs.
It's true.
Boosie was brought up in a different time.
Yeah, anytime you hear a nigga brought up,
he from the South.
Yeah,
like, no, you supposed to be a man. This, that, and the third. Man, you like women. Nah. So it's like, and he says that. Boosie says that when Boosie went on the Breakfast Club and was talking about the situation with Lil Nas X, he was saying that like about how he was brought up and how what he wants to teach his sons to be like. You know what I'm saying? Especially.
And that's true, right? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nah, good.
But then there's backlash because Boosie said that for his son's 13th birthday, he paid a stripper to suck his son's dick.
Yeah.
Right? Or that his son couldn't be a virgin after a certain age, right? That's traumatizing. Possibly.
I feel like it's traumatizing now because we in the age of mental health and seeing a lot of trauma.
Nah, bro, it's not traumatizing now, bro. Like things like that have fucked up men. And I'm not gonna try to like get on my soapbox, but there's some men that have weird relationships with sex because they were put in those positions to have sex early on. What I'm just saying is just like opposed to letting things happen naturally, you forcing them, and then you're making men think that they have to like treat women like objects, right?
Right.
So that's not me trying to go deep into the conversation, but like this is just me saying there's things that have been taught to heterosexual young men that are just as bad as what Boosie might be saying that Lil Nas X is doing to make kids question their sexuality growing up too early. Yeah. Now, I do think that children should be innocent until they keep a child innocent as long as possible.
Right.
I believe in that. I believe
until they can make their own decisions.
Until they can make their own decisions. But what I'm just saying is that both sides are guilty. Both sides have blood on their hands.
And that's fair. I'm just speaking more because right now I think people forget Boosie's age and like the time period we were in with Boosie, because right now everything is so free and is be yourself and be free, love is love, right? But we also got to remember there was a time where it was like a man is a man has to love a woman. True. This is that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the era that Boosie was raised in. Yeah. And even though like what you, I'm not like going against what you're saying about him, what he did for his son was traumatizing. It's like, again, Boosie's from the South, and the South is like, nah, maybe to him that's like, nah, you gonna be a man early. I'm gonna do this for you, just gonna make you a man, right? In his mindset, to his son who's in a different era, that might be traumatizing because he's seeing different things. He's experiencing different things. He's having different conversations. He's seeing different relationships between males and females and females.
Yeah, I think to this day though, like in our age group, we're unlearning a lot of shit that we learned and came up with in the 90s.
It's definitely
like,
necessary. Shit is dated. Shit is mad dated.
Yeah, it's not night and day that we can just turn that switch off of like how we grew up, right?
Absolutely.
But like you just got to be open to it. Like, and I think at Boosie's age, he's just not open to it. He's not open to learning another perspective or that another perspective exists.
Right. I agree.
I bet you if him and Lil Nas X sat down and had a conversation, that the conversation will go well.
I don't think Boosie's opposed to that. I think right now Boosie's just drowning.
Oh,
right.
Of course.
I think he's drowning. I think he's drowning, and people already viewing him in a certain light that he's like just trying to save himself. But I don't think Boosie's a homophobic. I don't think he has any problems with it.
His manager's gay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's that. He said it himself. In the industry, I have to work with people of this nature. You know what I'm saying? I just think as people, and this is the same thing. My biggest problem with social media. Everybody's so quick to have an opinion.
Yeah.
An opinion.
People don't process things.
They don't process shit, and then a lot of people say opinions that they just saying shit to go viral.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say ignorant shit.
People will quote tweet some shit just to say something more outlandish than what they're quote tweeting, so it can take off, and then it's just a...
Exactly. And I don't think people really genuinely want to hear Boosie. I think if people genuinely heard Boosie and he gave him a chance to explain himself, and again, we forget, this is a country nigga. He probably can't put his words together the best. Nothing against him. I'm just making my own assumption. He probably can't put his words together or formulate his statement in the best way to where we understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that just comes with being a older, like, dated nigga that's not in this, you know, and like in the midst of like what's going on now. Like that's just what it is. And unfortunately for Boosie, you know, anytime Lil Nas X comes up and his successes, it goes back to him in a negative way. At least right now, that's just what it's been.
I think he gotta just chill for a little minute. Boosie just gotta chill. I wouldn't expect Boosie to do nothing outlandish like going to gay rights commercial or nothing. But I think he just gotta chill for a minute. Just lay low for a minute, focus on your business, It's gonna pass over like everything else does.
Yes.
And
there'll
then
be another topic like next week. And niggas
right,
gonna get it.
and then just have a conversation with him. I think what you said, T, is the best thing for him to do.
But
Just
as
have a
far
conversation
as
with
far
him.
as Lil Nas X, like I think he's great where he's at. I think the internet culture, like he embodies it, he takes advantage of it, in like the best way, I think. And with the shit that I don't want to be in tune with, because some of his shit, I'm just like, I don't need to really see, like the whole pregnancy thing and the whole like, a lot of it is gimmicky and just, I know when to hit the eject button. Like
Right.
I'm a nigga that's like, I'll be there for the music.
But
I'll
he
listen
not
to
doing-
the music.
he
I'll
not
see
doing
some of the
nothing-
funny shit.
My fault, Ray.
Yeah, no, but that's it. That's what it comes down to me for me. Like
but
I'll
he-
see the funny shit. I saw the skit that he did that was funny. Like I see some of the shit, but
But he not doing nothing we ain't see before.
Yeah.
If you think about
Yeah,
it,
of
like
course not.
he not, Lil Nas X not doing nothing we haven't seen before. As far as like his outfits, his costumes, what he shows up on the red carpets with, the shock value stunts. He's not doing nothing we haven't seen before. I think the only difference is that he's a popular gay male,
yeah,
Of
black.
course.
black gay
black
male,
gay
right?
male.
Black gay male at that, right?
Well, I feel like we got our points across. I want to.
I fuck with Lil Nas X. I'll do a track with Lil Nas.
Of course, you should. I mean, shit, it definitely take you to the top.
They got a tone down on the video though. That Jack Harlow video is spicy.
All
All
right.
right.
So on that note, I'm gonna take it home. I'm Taurian B,
I'm first class Regg.
and we will catch you next time. Thank you for watching. All right. So the other day, me and this girl was getting into the mood, and she told me, I need to, trim the yard,
Oh damn.
and I don't, do you have any recommendations?
You know what? Funny you say that because I got in a similar situation. I had to do some digging. I found some shit, bro. I gotta put you on.
Please do.
It's called Manscaped, and Manscaped gave us a code that I want you to use. You can get 20% off, bro.
Get
and
outta
y'all
here.
too. Rap in order 20. You use that. You go to manscaped.com. Get 20% off your order.
Wow, she is going to be so happy.
And she won't have no hair on her teeth.
And your balls will thank you.